Alrighty. So we got some of the old Link to the Past here. You've all seen it. You all know this game. It's always fun to be able to be the one to run this in a marathon. You know, as this was actually the first game I did speedruns of, all the way back in 2013. Which is funny, because that's like way late in the game compared to some people around here. But that was my first run. It was this game 100%. We're doing any percent here, but yeah, it's again always nice to be able to run this game. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get going on this here, because we got a long run. So let's do it. So, as with you know, any good game, we have to mash through a bunch of text at the beginning. No, it wouldn't be a speedrun without some text mashing. Well, thanks for the good luck, everyone. Sire, Lyra, Imperion, Boxing Bob, thank you. Alright. So, at the beginning here, we don't have the boots, so we rely a lot on pumping, which, if you're not familiar with, the way Link moves, at least when you're moving north and west, is he moves alternating 1 and 2 pixels at a time. And so what we do is constantly tap, like when we're moving left, we'll tap up or down as long as we can kind of walk along a wall. And that's with the goal of constantly getting that 2 pixel movement. And when we're moving north, we'll do it for on west and east walls. So just a little bit to get some extra movement speed. That was just because I lost that heart earlier. Wouldn't normally bother. But when we're moving east and south, it's a constant 1 pixel movement, so there's not really a point in doing the pumping in those directions. Ah. I did that wrong. It's fine. So ideally what you do there is you give him a little poke and then release the spin, and that'll do enough damage to kill him. That didn't quite happen there. And you are going in a bad direction. Lantern. We don't pick up that lantern. Okay. So I'll spare you all from the beeps. But yeah, so if we don't pick up that lantern, we won't be able to go into the escape. Which, I've definitely never, ever forgotten to pick up the lantern ever in a run. So here we're actually just gonna face north and hold right, because again, facing east will get the constant 1 pixel movement, but if we're at least facing north, we can't do pumping in that direction, like moving east, but facing north will at least get us the 1-2 pixel movement. You suck. It's not like it's a requirement exactly. I mean, it's like barely required. And for the nope ropes, not a bad pattern. They can be a lot more in your way. If this were a rando, it sounds like you should learn your dark rooms. Alright, so that rat wanted to... He was in Oregon. He didn't quite take a trip all the way up to Seattle, but he stopped at Portland for a little break. Now that requires some US geography knowledge there, but... For some reason, we've decided going all the way up in the corner is going to Seattle. And there's escape. So if we didn't like ourselves, we could skip this part. We're not gonna do that. Because that's miserable. Hello, keys. So there, we want to stay, like, just south of that fence, otherwise that green guy can and will run into us. And now we just make our way down here. Cool, no idiots shot us. Get your pumping in on the stairs. You can do both left and right there. Ah, that wasn't a diagonal throw. Nice. Alright, got a blue ruby. Alright, that's a good pattern. Is this even randomized? Guess we'll find out. Well, it's not Monday, so I don't think so. Some people say you can skip those arrows. I suppose you technically can. You have the ability to. Whether that's a wise decision or not is a whole different conversation. I am so bad at left-right pumping. Alright, it's a little D-boost there. I will very much have that red rupee, okay, thanks. Oh, right, these aren't red. I didn't need to shoot that second arrow. These guys just sneak right behind him. That pattern was dumb. I probably should have grabbed a an extra pack of arrows, but oh, that's not good. Well, we didn't get the red guy, but I also wasted a bunch of arrows, so wasn't exactly a good fight. Was a bit off on the position, so that first guy got out. Uh-oh. I'm very curious where this is going, Manic. Like, why am I grabbing this? This is the wrong category. I didn't need to do that at all. Well, now we have extra stuff. Because I forgot what category I was in for a second. Okay, no spin speed then. Controller, do the thing. That is definitely a thing. Where are spin speeds today? What the hell? Apparently cleaning out this controller did not help. Hey, there we go. We finally got one. Yeah, so that's a 1.0, Japanese 1.0 version exclusive. If you release a spin attack and on the very next frame start a dash, then when you touch stairs, you'll get this wonderful little speed boost where you can move normally, but at running speed. Yeah, wait, this is right. Yeah, it's Shadow Zelda. You know, the one you fight in the water temple in Ocarina of Time? Oops. Overmatched. I was trying to get right behind that statue. You do have to bonk the wall somewhat close to the statue, and a lot of people do a bonk like between the statue and the wall, which is much safer. But I really like doing the strat where you kind of graze the back of the torch there. Though it doesn't help when you don't aim it correctly. Zelda. So you can dash through that quicksand enemy there, if you get a dash, like, immediately. Otherwise, you want to go to the right side of the hall, or you'll get stuck in his sand trap. I would have loved that red rupee, but not enough to go to the other side of the room for it. You still don't think Hilda counts? Or Hilda. Come on. I like getting the little sparkle ring there after getting the pendant or crystal. Right. So now we're coming up to one of the glitches you want to be careful about. We're gonna do fake flippers. But if we're not careful, we could hard lock ourselves here. So, on that note, I think actually I'll take it a little marathon safe. We'll do it the way that's not going to lead to a hard lock. There we go. And as that turned out, that was a good idea, because that dude spawned right next to the whirlpool. Which is a little scary. Oh wait, yeah. You don't do that in any percent. That's a hundo thing. This is one thing that's difficult when you run a bunch of different categories of the same game, where there's different routing in the categories. It's very easy to get mixed up on which strats you do. Palace of Darkness being the worst for me, since I often run restricted major glitches, all dungeons. Oh, no. The, like, one spot I really needed you to not be. Go away. We're just gonna reset this here. Stupid cabbages, dude. What the hell was that? Just formed a wall for me there. They're like, no, you're not getting through with spin speed. What got me into speedrunning this? It arguably is my favorite game of all time, and I've played it God knows how many times. And so that just seemed like the next step. Yeah, I always have a good time playing it. Until I started speedrunning, of course. Then, you know, you speedrun a game and then you hate playing it. But, I say hate jokingly, of course. For the most part. Not how you do that. Also not how you do that. Come on. Thank you. So if I were better at timing my stops with dashing, would have stopped on the pigs. Fortunately, I did not. Re4 into cutest link. Oh, but yeah. Yeah, it's one of those, you know, played it so much. And, it seemed like the right next thing to do. You know what? At this rate, I'm gonna need those hearts Nice, okay. Yeah, I wasn't trying to pick that bomb up. I was trying to bonk off the wall. Oh. That's unfortunate. Go away. All of you. Whatever. We're gonna go with that. A sprite read. Oh god. That would be quite the sprite. Hi. There we go. Bit of a slow fight, bit of a chaotic fight, but not the worst. But some good things to keep in mind with him is if you're facing left or right and you have your sword out, he's generally not gonna bonk you off the edge. And if you stand like immediately behind him, like when he starts moving again, he'll never start moving 180 degrees from the way that he's facing. So hold on here. So generally you're good to stand directly behind him and kind of gauge where he's going to go. Oh, I don't need to do this anymore because I picked up the extra money on accident, but I did it. So we'll take advantage of that. Normally we'd go for a tree pull here, and get 4 red rupees that way. But seeing as we already have enough money, because I grabbed the 100 rupees behind Sahasrara for some reason, we're just gonna skip all that. Again, normally that's not something we would do in any percent. Though it is absolutely a perfectly valid safe strat. Because for the money there, to get the tier 3 tree pull, the one with 4 red rupees, you have to kill 4 enemies without taking damage since your last tree pull. And then do the tree pull again. Which generally isn't too bad, except in this forest here, these birds are sometimes jerks, as birds are. And, bush guards don't help. But, yeah, this game 100% carries on the legacy of birds are jerks. That's a very good question. Oh, whatever. Well, that's unfortunate. So, we want to hit those two each with a sword beam and then dash through to kill them. Because the way enemies drop prizes in this game is there's different groups of enemies that have, almost forgot the key, that have different prizes. So there's like different, I think there's 3 different groups of enemies for that. And there's, I want to say 8 prizes per pack. And the way to progress that prize pack drop is to kill the enemies like normally. But if you kill an enemy by like dashing through it, there's a few other ways that I can't think of off the top of my head now. I guess freezing it and hammering it will also not progress, because that always drops magic. But, yeah, so we want to dash through them because those guys are in the same prize pack as the Pokies in Turtle Rock. And due to some, you know, damage boost strats in there, we generally... You suck. We generally want to have the fairy drop there. Oh god, what is this poll? Choose your fighter. Link, Cartoon Link, Link of Arabia, Abraham Link. Oh god. You know what? For the memes, there you go. All right, so now is the obligatory put in your guess from 0 to 15. How many blue balls we're gonna get? Hey dog, how's it going? Right, so this fight is basically RNG, but there is some strategy to this. Wow, that's a great start. The strategy is basically keep trying to hit Aga toward the center if you can. And generally you don't want to stand above or below him, but whatever. I do what I want. But yeah, we want to try and hit him toward the center because that'll, on average, decrease his warp distance to the next attack. Alright, there's 2 blue balls. Well, it's either going to be 2 or 3. Of course it's 3. Alright, there we go. So, I suppose Manic wins by only being 1 off. But yeah, so aside from that, like, one little thing about always trying to hit him toward the center, there's really not much by way of strategy for that. You know, do spin attacks, generally stand to his left or right if you can. Otherwise, you know, it's whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. Yeah, I think 3, I want to say, is the most common outcome. I know the LTTP nerds did some stats on that, and I'm pretty sure it was 3 that's the most likely outcome. Generally seeing something like 5 and higher is, while not impossible, not very common. And certainly getting above 7 is now getting into extraordinarily rare. It is. I mean, I've made my fair share of mistakes, too. Like that Tower of Hera thing, that's 100% on me. As much as I'd like to blame the game for that. Okay, this is any percent. Or NMG any percent. So we jump first. Sorry, I actually have to think carefully about that one. Because for RMG, we actually blow the hole in the bridge first. Because we got in here through some cheaty glitches. For a little bit of safety, I'm gonna grab this. That's not right. Really? Let's see how well this goes. Alright. A lot of pauses, but that's fine. I think it takes 23 pauses there to be slower than actually like going up and around. I think it's 23. That number's stuck in my head for some reason anyway. Because if you don't do hammer yam there, you have to go over, get a key from the basement, come back, go through the maze, blah blah blah, you know. And I'll just have some extra arrows for safety there. Really? Oh yeah. Wrong category. I mean, I blame that on wrong category, because in RMG we do use the boomerang there, but that was entirely my fault, but I'm gonna blame it on the category anyway. Because I can, and also this is not going fantastically. Alright, so we're gonna do a spin speed here at the start. We're gonna try to do a spin speed at the start, because those of you familiar with Link to the Past are probably aware that the hammer hitbox when facing north is janky and awful and terrible. And it actually, for whatever reason, fixes that. I know I was supposed to hammer the jewel as well. That would have went a bit faster, but I actually switched to the arrows because of the 3 hearts and just wanted to be a bit safe. It was slow and maybe unnecessary, but Helma's like the first dangerous boss of this game. He can and very much will kill you. But fighting him with an odd number of hearts is just the same as fighting him with the even number of hearts just above that. So like fighting him with 1 versus 2 hearts is the same, 3 versus 4 the same, 5 versus 6. So like here we have 8 hearts. This is one of the benefits of grabbing that Saint heart, because otherwise, so we went into the fight with 7 hearts. Well, 7 heart containers. We didn't go in with 7 hearts. But 7 heart containers gives you 1 extra hit compared to 6, because he does 2 hearts of damage per contact. But in RMG, we always get in there with 4 hearts. So 3 hearts, 4 hearts, same thing. It's a little bit familiar territory. We also fight him with Fighter Sword. And by with Fighter Sword, I mean with the hammer in RMG. Crap. That there is a hammer dash. That's done by hitting hammer and dash on the same frame. You can get dashes with a lot of items, just not all of them are useful. For example, like shovel dashing is a thing, but it will only actually dig up the last spot that you stop on, which is a little unfortunate, because it would be wonderful to do digging game where you just, you know, shovel dash the whole thing. Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. This is true. It being Monday or not Monday has never stopped me from blaming Weapon. We're gonna play the flute for him. I was supposed to get spin speed there. I was also not supposed to warp back to the Dark World after getting the flute. But again, I hundoed myself because of course I did. Hundo was the last run that I did of this game. And so it's a little bit stuck in my head. So I'll blame Weapon for that. Somehow that's his fault. Where am I going again? Oh yeah, up here. You ever just be doing a speed run and completely forget what you're doing? My diagonal inputs are not good today. Oh. I'm blaming that one on birds being jerks. Oh, I actually was on the grid. Okay. I was confident I was gonna bonk off the door there. I thought I was off grid. Oh, come on, Hellway. Don't be like this. So fun fact, I actually did mean to get powder before doing this dungeon. I usually grab it right after getting the flute. It is a safety, but it is a safety I very much enjoy having. And I forgot to get it. I realized as I was entering this dungeon. So we'll just have to not mess up. But it's generally not a big ask to expect some hearts in here. The blue dudes very often do give hearts, and there are those 2 hearts. So the only thing to worry about is that red jerk right there, running up the middle shooting fireballs. Which doesn't always happen, but it does happen. And that's how you know the game decides it hated you today. I'll have those arrows. And there's also a heart in this top left skull here, which we won't be needing. Alright, not perfect, but good enough. So, number of dungeons-wise, we're halfway done now. But now we're coming up to the longer dungeons. So, I am actually going to, before doing the next dungeon, I am actually going to go get my, my sword, or not my sword, I mean sword too, but, my powder. I do want it for this dungeon, just in case something dumb happens. Which it occasionally does. I know, right? They were on that. I couldn't forge a sword that quickly. Or reforge? Temper? Temper, there we go. That's the word. Nope. No fence dash. Sorry. Sorry, fence dash lovers. Tempora sword. I could go for some tempura veggies right now. None of that tempura shrimp, though. That's not for me. You suck. And me too, I guess, because I dashed into a wall twice, but we're gonna ignore that bit. Oh my god. Well, see, Master Sword may be the Sword of Evil's Bane, but if you make a sword out of bacon, I think that's a lot more threatening to an evil pig. Okay, just what am I doing? Like, I don't know about you, but if someone came to me with a weapon made out of people, like Soylent Green style, I think I'd be pretty worried about them. Exactly. Certainly seems pretty frightening to me. One of the people he made it out of. Yes. Wait a minute. I did not need to do that. Did I? No. Didn't. That's the whole point of the bomb jump. Oh well. I'm gonna blame Rando for that. Well, that's unfortunate. Alright, time for a stupid moth. Get off the top, jerk. Lord. Alright, so the moth has quite low health. The problem with moth in here is if you hit him into the spikes, the spike damage overrides your sword damage, and he's immune to spike damage. Also, fun fact is the butter sword, the level 4 sword, does damage equal to the spikes. And instead of typing the damage by saying like, hey, this is spike damage or this is sword damage, they just made it so the moth doesn't take any damage if the damage has this value. And so you can't harm him with butter sword. Likewise, your spin attacks with tempered also don't do damage for the same reason. Because tempered spins are equal to butter slashes. That's not right. Let's try this again. There we go. I know, right? How dare they? Now, thankfully, they fixed that in the randomizer and in the GBA version. At least if I remember correctly, it's fixed in GBA. I mean, you know, that's fair, Manic. That's very fair. Yeah, it's for sure fixed in Rando. A lot of things are fixed in Rando. Which is nice. Alright, so we needed to have 500 rupees for specifically this. This, as he's become known in the rando community, the extortion artist here. Extortionist. Scam artist. That's the word I was looking for. I suppose I should point out, even though, like, it's, I think, pretty commonly understood now, but I am technically running NMG any percent, no save and quit. That's the NMG category. Get in the hole. That's a role for the NMG runs on the leaderboard, but we do have on the extensions board, there is a category for NMG any percent with save and quits. As you know, that would be a bit faster. I'm not entirely sure why the original rules have no save and quit, aside from, like, just that's always what was done. But yeah. Alright, so we're not doing the fun glitch over there. Sorry to disappoint y'all, if you were looking forward to that. I almost forgot about that key for some reason. Exactly. That is one thing I do like that they started doing in Rando, was having them tell you what item they have. I don't know if that's like an always on setting these days or what. Like, I don't play Rando nearly as much as I used to. But, yeah. Alright. I am going to focus a little bit here. That's not a hammer. So obviously I didn't focus enough. Not the greatest fight. He got out of the corner, but that's okay. that fight right there, that's like when you're first learning Link to the Past, that's that's one of the scariest fights in the game. So if you're first learning and that fight's giving you the business, you know, don't feel bad about like grabbing the bug net and the bottle just to make sure you make it through that. Because as you're first learning, more important than anything else in this run, especially in this split here, for Ice Palace, is do not die. No one puts Cold Stare in the corner. Exactly. I tried, but I failed. And that's why it danced all around the room. Right, now we're off to arguably my least favorite dungeon of the game. Sorry if there's any Swamp Palace lovers out there, but I find this dungeon incredibly irritating. Kind of just full of a bunch of stuff that barely hurts you, but there's a lot of it, and so it's really annoying. Right? I do like this dungeon in wait. See, I'm RMGing myself here. This dungeon is fine in RMG, though. Because we get to skip this whole... Hammer dash. No? Thank you. We get to skip all this crap. Is it? Hope not. I have no dropped frames on my end, at least. And I do have it muted. Or, like, I have the stream that I have up muted. Almost forgot about... Oh, I see it now. Okay. I can confirm it's not from my side, though. I don't know if a restreamer is listening, but if you want, I can pause while it's like refreshed if you want. Yeah, I see it now. I do have the stream up, just muted on the side. But yeah, I see it. Alright, I will pause here then. We're looking good now. That refresh seemed to do the trick. Okay, cool. Let's get back to it then. I think you missed me picking up the big key. I am sorry if that is heartbreaking. So there is a pixel perfect trick there where you can hook onto the second pot, the one that has the key. You have to be like vertically aligned perfectly for that, and it's not easy to do. We do have a method of doing it. It's just not perfect. Well, it is a perfect method, you just have to have perfect movement for it, which I do not have. Oh, I'm sorry, Mike. Please address all your complaints to Weapon. And then blame him. So if you pick up hearts with the hook shot, you can sometimes get a double heart. I didn't get one, unfortunately. Hi. Ah, okay. I am unfortunately not someone who can zero cycle this, so... But we are gonna try for this strat. Ah, boo. That's unfortunate. So if you do that right, you can stun him with 2 rod shots and then get the spin off, and that kills him. I was apparently, I think, maybe a little fast on the fire rod shots. Not 100% sure. This Crystal Maiden talks forever. She's affectionately known as Chatty Cathy. Because of all of the text scrolling we have to do, this one takes the longest. Now there's a lot of lore here, from her. And so, you know, like, playing through the game, it's cool. Speedrunning, it's... Please stop talking. So now we're gonna go get an ice rod, and then make our way over to Meyer, and I bonked against the wrong wall. You know, fair. Fair enough. Fair enough. That's not the flute. No! Go away! Oh, I know what I did. Or rather, know what I didn't do. I was supposed to do something before Swamp House. And I forgot to do it. Because normally I get both the ice rod and this thing after ice and before swamp. And I forgot, but I only remembered that I forgot ice rod. No, that's right. Oops. My apologies here. Also, apologies for the flashing that I forgot about. There will be another set of flashing very soon. I do want to start Meyer with full health, so if you're wondering why I'm doing this, it's for that reason. Alright. So when you see me getting up toward the entrance to Meyer where that lightning bolt medallion symbol is, that's when you'll want to watch out for the flashing again. Now. Alright, the flashing is over. I meant to warn about that last time, but I forgot. Right, that other key we'll get later. So a nice little trick about this game is if an object is in motion, it basically doesn't exist. So we can shoot the fire rod through it, even though we wouldn't normally be able to shoot the fire rod through a block like that. Guess I deserved that. Aw, no chest turn. Boo. Hello? One thing I also won't be doing, because I tried practicing it a couple times and I just never got the hang of it and didn't continue putting in the effort to try and figure it out. I won't be doing the spooky action glitch here. So we're gonna do this the old-fashioned way. Like, I think I've gotten it once or twice on practice cart, and that's it. Which isn't really consistent enough for me to want to try and do it in a run, unfortunately. One day I really ought to go back and try and learn that properly, but with me not consistently running this game as much anymore, it's not been really a priority. Here we go. Time for Vitreous. So that was 2 eyeball hits, so we need 6 arrows. Yeah, so those hearts do, those eyes do 4 hearts worth of damage if they hit you. So what we do here is we use the goo on the ground, which does very little damage, to iframe through that. And that way we can stand like in the middle of the eyeballs and, you know, let off those spin attacks and get multiple hits. And then it's a bonus if you can hit the big eye with spin attacks, because otherwise we would launch 8 arrows at the eye, but since I got 2 hits with a spin, I only needed 6. Which is nice. Alright, now time to utilize the better version of spin speed, which is hook speed. Oh, well, that's unfortunate. I didn't mean to jump off there. Yeah, so hook speed pretty much works the same way. You just, as spin speed, you just hit hook shot and dash at the same time, and then you touch some stairs. For the memes, I'm gonna get in the portal. I'm gonna try and get Quake speed. You can get it off the little bit of stairs here. It is kind of difficult and to utilize it for time save is nearly humanly impossible. I didn't get it anyway, so it doesn't matter. It's very difficult to, like, again, you get it for, or use it for time save, with human inputs, but it is possible. And it's not very big time save either. Had a feeling I was too late on that. So this is where the damage boost would happen that I was talking about with the with wanting the fairy. It hasn't shown up yet, so it might actually be okay. But I'm just gonna play it safe. It's a marathon. Don't mean to do that. Okay. Move. That's unfortunate. Yep. Okay, that was stupid. That's why I have powder, just in case. Alright, so all you big key fetishists, we got a big key coming up. Hope you're ready. There it is. The penultimate big key. It would be fantastic if... Oh, okay. If this dude would drop a fairy. How did you survive? No fairy. Okay, that sucks. I mean, there's chances later. Just... that would have been a convenient spot since I had to kill them. I did that every sort of wrong possible. Don't emulate the nonsense. Don't glitch the big key out of the map. I'll try. You know, just for some safety here. Try and preserve everything. Can we kill him? Nope. Let's take the ultimate marathon safety here. Oh yeah. Oops. I did mean to get a fair there, but oh well. No wait, this is not 100%. Oh, come on. There we go. There's Trinex. Oh, wait. I was supposed to be lower, not higher. Alright. So, on estimate, I have 15 minutes. 15 minutes for the final dungeon. Let's see. You know what? This isn't rando, but what the hell? Okay, is it 1 through 23 or 1 through 27? What number chest will the big key be in? Oh, I forget how to rando. Let's see how well y'all know your NMG. How many chests will I open before big key? "21 key is good." So I guess that probably counts as 1. No, that's right, that's right. I'm gonna try this one more time. Okay. We're just gonna do it the lame way then. Oh no, I'm skipping rando room. But what if the big key is in there? Oh. Well, that works too. Oh no. Oh, that's not good. Alright, this is not how to do Ice Armos, by the way. For the love of God. Okay. That was bad. Alright. I wasn't keeping track. How many chests was that? I think that was like 4 or something. I'm gonna save what arrows I can, I guess. Was it 3? Alright, we're gonna get some safeties down here, I guess. We're gonna go for the beginner room. All because of that Ice Armos, which was, nope, two left inputs game. That works. Really? A 3-cycle Landmo 2, huh? God, which one of these is magic? I'm gonna have to do this next room with Lynn. That's unfortunate. Let's try this again. I guess I don't need that. Just this. Alright, let's give this a go. Never mind. One try is all you're getting. I am far too rusty to be doing that. But if you want proof that I actually can do that, I don't know if it's my current PB or my previous PB. One of them has it. Just a one-shot hover. Alright. Time for some AGA 2. Let's see if we get memed on or if it goes alright. There is some mild flashing in the background of this fight you may want to watch out for. Alright, we got a triple. There we go. A single, triple, double. Oh wait, we have to do the obligatory. Alright, time for Ganon. Let's see how this goes. Simple geometry. Damn geometry wizard. Just gonna stop at 9, not be greedy. 10, 11, 12. Okay, still got a double out of that. Oh, that wasn't the last one. Oops. Trolled myself. Trying to meme and I trolled myself. Alright. There's gonna be an opening, and we're gonna pick a block, and we're gonna get a goal. You ready? There it is. Goal and time. There we go. There's a run of NMG any percent. Not a very good one, but a done one. But it was underestimate, and that's all that matters. Yeah, hope you all enjoyed the run, had some fun here. And yeah, that obviously will do it for me in the marathon this year. I'll definitely be back on the channel at some point, in some form. But yeah. So coming up next, we have Twilight Princess, which this is my favorite Zelda game. I think Twilight Princess is the best Zelda game. So I'm very excited to see what this all mirror shards run looks like. But yeah, so thanks again for hanging out for my runs, for all the runs, for hanging out for the marathon. It's always good fun every year. And yeah, well, take care everyone, and we'll see you next time.